Hey guys, this is Susan with Scrapalicious by Susie Q. I just uploaded my mask make for March for today, and I'm tired. I had a lot of trouble with it with my phone, and I was not able to get it all completely done correctly, but I did upload it, and so I want to do something different. So I'm going to be working on my pink monarch. No, it's not. It's my Porch Prince for French junk journal for rabbits for Easter. And so we'll be using scissors, a hole punch. We'll be using Fabri-Tac glue. We'll be using Scotch glue stick. We'll use VersaFine Clair in Fallen Leaves, and this. Probably a couple other things that we may need to do. I just purchased this spiral bound journal from Michael's, I believe, and it is about 8.5 by 7 3/4. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. And I've worked a little bit in here, just a little bit. I folded this page, and then I put this paper in there. What I want to do is have something there. I want to have paper there so I can add our library card and tags that I did earlier today. So what I did, and I'm sure that you can find plenty of other ways to do this, and probably I'm just overthinking it, and I'm sure there's a lot easier ways to do it, but this is the way I came up with it. I pulled a piece of paper out of the thing, and I'll use that as my guide. And then I put the piece of paper that I want to be on there. I put it in there and made sure it was straight, and then put circles in there. So now I'm going to use my my big hole punch, if I can get up here, and try to punch all of these out pretty good. They don't have to be exactly perfect, but they need to be pretty much perfect, pretty in line anyway. So I hope you can see this. And I'm just going to punch all of these out. I did it on the back side of the paper, so you would not be able to see the green. My green ink. Yeah, Mask Make March was kicking my butt today. So I want to do something a little different. And see, Easter is coming up, so you can go ahead and start doing I want to go ahead and start doing the journal. And so this, again, this digital is from my Porch Prince, and it is French junk journal rabbit, and there's a couple different ones that I purchased. Let's see. I did the ephemera, I did the pages, I did the journal paper, I did the papers. I did a couple little specialty things that I wanted to try out. I had never tried before. So we'll see if... and she actually has a sale on those right now. Getting everything. And I'm sure that there is a punch that you could do this with, but I don't have it. So I'm just going to do it this way. So like I said, it just needs to be pretty close. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I did do this one this way. So get rid of all don't like all that trash on there. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Now I'm going to be using my scissors. So this is the one that I did it here. So I didn't quite cut all that out. I want this to be a quick tutorial today. I kind of a little bit have a headache, so I just want to, you know, I just want to relax and do this an easy tutorial. So you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna straight across at the middle of each of the punch. And like I said, I'm sure there is a punch for this. I just don't have it. So I thought this would be the easiest way to do it. And I did try it with this page, and it did work. Just need to put this in the middle. And slice a thin paper line on each one of these. Now, if you want to edge or grunge, you will need to do it now. Let's see. So I do want a little bit of it. I like the way that I did it there. So let's see. I'm going to move these out of the side. I'm going to flip this over so I can grunge a little bit. And this is using that VersaFine Claire Fallen Leaves. You could use vintage photo, or any of the other things that you have. Okay, so that looks really good. Put that up. Now I'm going to use my Scotch permanent glue stick, and just be careful. You just need to pull this way all the way to the side. And all I'm doing right now is just, I want to adhere this side. I don't want to do the whole thing because it'll be a little bit tricky to put all this in there and try to with all the whole paper covered up. So I just want to just make sure that you do it this way and not pull it back that way. It will tear up your papers. All right, now let's see if I can do it. I did it the first time. Let's see if I can do it again. Okay, I did want to show what I want to make sure that the measurements for this is about 8.5, and it's about 7.5. No, it's a little bit more than that. It's about, yeah, about 7.5. So I folded this because I wanted to have that paper. And so all you do is place this at the end. Make sure it's pretty even. And you need it to be at the edge of the this, and just push all those down. If you see that you are getting out of line, you can just push it. You'll have a few minutes after you stick it down, because I'm not sticking it all the way down. I'm just placing it inside those circles. And then I want to make sure that everything is lining up, pretty much lined up. And then I'll just go in and press those down. Make sure that those are sticking. Whoopsie, my bad. All right, let's see. Oh, bonus, as Margaret says at 7 Plaza, bonus. Whenever she does something and messes it up a little bit, she says bonus. And look at that. That's great. It's perfect. You can see a little bit there, but that's fine. Like I said, I didn't do, you can't, I guess you probably would need to do that before on the white paper also. So, there we go. So you can see that I didn't do it exactly right, but it's pretty good. All right. There's that. here's this. I want to make sure this is going to fit. It's going to go right there, and it can go over the edge a little bit, and so that's perfect. So on this one, I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and glue that down, because it usually does not show through the paper with Fabri-Tac, because this is just a copy, thin weight copy paper. Well, there we go. So I just measured that out, and then put the this over it and circled all the things that I needed to punch out. And the very first time I did it a little bit better, and this time it still worked out, but I didn't do it as good, quite as good. So we're going to smooth this down. I like the way Fabri-Tac does, but the smell is not, it's yuck, it's nasty to me. Okay. There's that. And so I just want to edge it a little bit to cover up any kind of imperfections that I had. And then you can cut anything extra off. I'm going to put that back down here so I can distress the edges on this side like I did on the other one. There we go. That is great. I love that. Okay. So, this is, I'm going to do something different on a different day. So on this one, I'm just going to put this right here. And I can pull it out just a little bit. And then I have a couple of the cards in there. Let's see. So I will go back and do something here to fancy this up. But that's the first page in the journal. Love that. And then the second page is this one. And so on this one, I wanted to go ahead and do this one. So I took a large piece of paper of 8.5 by 11, and I trimmed off the top of it, but I kept it. So I just, I can't talk. I folded it so that I can have a pocket here. And then I have this pocket if I, the edge in here, I have a pocket for a tag. So I am going to do the edge on this, and I did make it just a little bit short so that I could so for one thing, so that I could fold that over. But I also wanted to make sure that that was sturdy. I have lost a piece of paper. So I guess I'll just have to do it again. So, here we go. Just right here. Let's see, this should be enough. Yes, this is another piece of it. So I'm going to just fold this in two. Let's see if I can keep it in the, there we go. There we go. And then I am going to distress the edges also. Alright, so I'm going to place this in here so that I'm going to glue that down so that when this pulls over, you'll see a blue instead of just a white. You'll see the blue instead of just the white. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just glue on this side. So maybe I cannot have the bonus of crinkling my paper for this side. And this is a lot more than you probably need. And you probably could do this. Yeah, it would be easy. You could do this with the glue stick because it's going to be tucked up under there. And make sure you only get one piece of the paper. And make sure it's all the way to the edge. There we go. And I will have to do just a trim right there. Oh, that's really cute. I can't wait to see what we're going to do in this book. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on it also. A little more grunge on there. All right. Now I need to do glue here and up the top so that we can get a pocket, a tag pocket. Try to keep it on the edge so it doesn't get everywhere. Doesn't need anything there at all. If you are going to put a punch in that, now would be the time to do that, but it'll be fine. So I'm just going to fold that over and make sure that that goes on there. So now we have a tag here. So I will put something here so that you can tell that it is for a tag. Let's make sure you can see it. There, beautiful. All right, and then I need to do the Fabri-Tac at the top and at the bottom so that we have a fold here. So I'm just going to do this so we can have a tuck spot on that. I am just going to do it on this paper and just not get too far up there. I don't want to go all into the, and I'll do it here and here. Make sure we get good coverage. Let's see, pull that in. Make sure that those are, the edges are even, and hopefully I can do that. There we go. Okay. And press that down good. So we have our first page here. And then this is our second page. We have a pocket here. So we'll be able to put something in there. Nice. And then let's see if I have a tag that we can use. This does not go with it, but it is a tag. It will work. And so you can also put a tag here. So you have this tag and then a pocket. Nice. All right. That's it for today, and hopefully we'll be making some more pages in this journal. Make sure that we get this done before Easter. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing, and I would love it if you would like the video and or comment so that it can move the video out forward, moving it out so that other people can see it. I really appreciate that. It really does help. Thank you. Have a good night.